You know, there's this common misconception that learning is just about sitting down, reading a textbook, and hoping that the information sticks. We've all been there, right? You cram for a test, you memorize facts, and then the moment you walk out of that exam room, it's like those facts evaporate into thin air. But what if I told you there's a way to learn smarter, not harder? A way to actually make that information stick in your brain like glue? Let's dive into some strategies that can seriously transform how you learn. First off, let's talk about active learning. This isn't just about passively absorbing information. It's about engaging with it. Imagine you're in a class or watching a lecture. Instead of just nodding along, you start to take notes, summarize the material in your own words, and even ask questions. Why is this important? Because when you summarize something, you're forcing your brain to recall and rephrase it. It's like a workout for your brain. And here's a little secret. One of the best ways to learn is to teach someone else. If you can explain a concept clearly, it means you truly understand it. So, grab a friend, or even your pet, and try explaining that tricky topic. You might be surprised at how much clearer it becomes for you. Now, let's move on to spaced repetition. This technique is a game changer. Instead of cramming all your studying into one long session, you spread it out over days or weeks. This method takes advantage of what's called the spacing effect. It's like planting seeds in your brain. You water them over time, and they grow stronger. There are great tools out there, like flashcard apps, that can help you review information just before you're about to forget it. Trust me, your future self will thank you for this one. Speaking of memory, let's chat about mnemonics. These are clever little tricks that help you remember things more easily. For example, if you're trying to remember the Great Lakes, just think of the acronym HOMES: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. Or how about turning information into a catchy rhyme or a silly song? Our brains love patterns and associations, so the more creative you get, the easier it'll be to recall that information later. Now, let's tackle chunking. This technique is all about breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, manageable pieces. Think about it. It's way easier to remember a phone number when it's broken into chunks, right? Instead of trying to memorize 10 digits in a row, you'll remember 123, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This strategy works wonders for studying too. Group related concepts together, study them as a whole, and watch how much easier it becomes to retain that information. But here's a crucial element that often gets overlooked. Focus. Your brain needs a distraction-free environment to truly absorb new information. So, find a quiet space where you can concentrate. Use techniques like the Pomodoro technique. Study intensely for 25 minutes, then take a short break. This not only helps maintain your focus, but also prevents burnout. And please, I can't stress this enough. Limit multitasking. Focusing on one subject at a time is key to deep learning. Let's not forget about the importance of sleep and nutrition. Seriously, your brain is like a high-performance vehicle. It needs the right fuel to run smoothly. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories, making it easier to retrieve information later. And nutrition? Well, a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins is essential. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish, are particularly great for brain health. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Dehydration can seriously impair your cognitive function. Now, on to practice. Repetition is the mother of retention. The more you practice, the better you get at whatever it is you're learning. Focus on deliberate practice. Target specific areas where you struggle. And here's a tip. Apply what you've learned in real-world scenarios. If you're learning a language, try speaking it in everyday situations. If you're learning to code, build small projects. This application reinforces your learning and helps you understand how concepts work in context. Another powerful strategy is exposure to multiple sources. Don't just stick to one textbook or one video. Read different books, articles, and watch various videos. Different perspectives can deepen your understanding of a subject. And discussions. Join study groups or engage in conversations where you can hear different viewpoints. It's amazing how much more you can learn when you open yourself up to diverse explanations. Finally, let's talk about curiosity. Curiosity is the fuel that drives learning. When you're genuinely interested in something, your brain naturally pays more attention. So, find what excites you about a topic and focus on that. Ask questions, dig deeper, and seek out answers. This not only makes learning more enjoyable, but also leads to a much richer understanding of the material. In conclusion, learning faster isn't just about cramming information into your head. It's about optimizing how your brain processes, retains, and recalls that information. By combining strategies like active learning, spaced repetition, mnemonics, chunking, focused study, proper sleep and nutrition, regular practice, diverse sources, practical application, and a healthy dose of curiosity, you can significantly improve your learning experience. Remember, everyone learns differently, so experiment with these techniques and find what works best for you. Now go out there and start learning like a pro.